Thanks for watching this video. This next level we're going to do is level 2-1, which is Smithing Grounds. And this is a fun level. It's also a long level. There's not a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to cover. So we're going to get started right away. So the first thing you'll notice when you're coming up these stairs is this guy right here, the Filthy Man. He's a merchant that sells some pretty handy stuff like grass and a sharpened stone, but also hardstone shards and sharpstone shards, which are going to be useful for you for upgrading your weapons. So don't forget about this guy. Behind here is a little room that has an inactive elevator. Down below is actually a blacksmith that's going to let you do some of the more advanced upgrades for your weapons, but until we get this elevator activated, there's not much we can do. So forget about it. Now, way down there, that tunnel is where you want to go, but for now, we want to actually go this way. I already cleared it out, but in a first visit here, there'd be actually a crystal lizard right here that you can kill for some sharpstone, and there'd be an item over here on the edge of this ledge. But since I already got them, they're not here anymore. So let's keep going this way. The thing you'll notice right here is that you got some of these scale miner enemies up top chucking rocks at you, so just time it right and run past. When you first come here, there's an elevator outside that won't be active, but you can just turn it on with this switch right here. If you go up top, you'll get a chance to take out those two scale miners who were throwing boulders at you. And there's one of these fat official enemies. Now be careful of these guys. These guys are pretty tough. They have really strong magic. They can use that spell Ignite. They can use that riding top to hit you. They can also throw a fireball. So, if you're pretty low level or you're not doing a lot of damage to them, just sort of take opportunities to get hit in and then back off. Not so bad. Back here, I already picked it up, will be a hero soul for you to grab. Here are these scale miners, just take them down and stop chucking rocks at you. And on the body right here, which I already grabbed, would be a new weapon, which is this crushing battle axe. Now crushing is an interesting upgrade path because it gives you a bonus damage. It gives you a damage bonus for your strength level. So if you're running a character that has a lot of strength, crushing is usually a pretty good option in direction you want to upgrade your weapons. I'm gonna hop back on this elevator now. I'm not going to hop off and show it to you, but if you look at the very bottom, there's a body right down there. He'll have a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes item on him that you'll want to grab if you want to keep collecting those, because they're pretty valuable. But I already grabbed it, so I'm just going to keep going normally. Ride this elevator all the way around the bottom and back up and get off. One thing to note about World 2, specifically World 2-1, is that the enemies here are particularly vulnerable to piercing weapons. So that can be things like a spear or it can be a rapier. And they're also weak to magic. So I already ran through level 4-1 and I got the Crescent Falcon right here. The nice thing about that weapon is that it also deals magic damage as a bonus. So I actually don't even need a poking or a piercing weapon because I'm going to be dealing some nice damage via magic against these enemies. You can see right here, one backstab is enough to take them down, or a normal attack, only 2. If I was using, say, a regular rapier, it would be at least 3 attacks. One thing to watch out for is these guys with the pickaxes. These are the strong guys. When they start to do that wind-up of an overhead smash, you can't interrupt that attack with whatever attack you have going on. So the easiest thing to do is to bait it and let them use that attack and then counterattack. So I'm going to kill some of these guys. Very rarely they'll drop some upgrade stones, and very rarely one of them may drop actually a weapon called the Iron Knuckle, but it's fairly rare, so not super easy to get. Kill some more of these guys just to get them out of the way. Now you'll notice that this guy right here is holding a bag. Now the scale miners that are holding bags are guaranteed to drop upgrade materials, and there's only a certain number of them per playthrough and they don't respawn. Take a look. Let's see what I got from this guy. So lots of sharpstone shards, lots of hardstone shards. Pretty handy. Now, if you look through this little corridor, you can see there's a fat official peeking back there, but also there's some of these wolves, which are really kind of a pain. So what I'm going to do is bait them out, and then toss a ceremony right there. What they're going to do is they're going to go nuts. They're going to try to attack everything, but it's going to be pretty easy to take them out. Watch out for that guy, though, because he has a pretty long aggro range, and he can toss those fireballs pretty far. Let's kill this guy for good measure. Now here, you want to kill this guy? Like I said, just remember, get an attack, back off, watch out for that fireball. You take him down. Now this guy actually drops, wow, full moongrass, pretty nice. Here's some more upgrade materials. Some more upgrade materials. And here's a little trap, if in case you didn't notice, that this guy's waiting right here around the corner. So you can either come in and roll out, which I did very well, and proceed up these stairs. There's going to be 2 more of those guys right up here with pickaxes that are basically designed to surprise you. So, like I said before, bait that attack. A little bit of a combo. And take him out. There's a guy hiding right here in the doorway. Whoop. Bait the attack. And take him out. Let's see what he dropped this time. Hey, a sharpstone shard. Nothing in that room. Let's take a look. Some moongrass. There's another item in here. A pickaxe, which is not a bad weapon if you're hard up for something. Coming out here, you'll see that there's another fat official up here across this bridge. I'm going to keep proceeding up. Now, if you go up here, you'll notice that there's a door, but it's blocked by a gate. And if you look down below it, it's kind of hard to see from here, but there's actually a switch for that. So what we need to do is hop down here. Now this bridge right here, as you run across, it's going to collapse. And if you're not positioned in the right spot, you're just going to fall down in there. The key is that along the left side is a beam that doesn't break. Let's kill this guy though, just because he's in the way of that guy. Oh, he's going to keep spamming that. He's easy to beat. This guy's going to drop something special. He's going to drop some grass, but he also dropped an item called the Official's Gloves. And when you're playing through this game and you get these drops of Official's gear, do not get rid of them, because later on in the game, there's going to be an NPC where you need to have all the pieces of that armor set in order to save them. So no matter what you do, put it in your storage, keep it in your inventory, just don't get rid of them. Now let's flip that switch. Nice and easy. Kill these guys. Oh, cutscene. Another bag, scale miners, giving you some clear stone chunks. Oh, look at that, the guy dropped the iron knuckles. That's actually pretty rare. This guy's another bag miner. Lots of hard stone shards. If I wanted to, I could just kind of hop back down there and go back the way I came, but there's a few items this way that I can grab before I do. A spider stone shard, which you can actually use to upgrade bows. Another pickaxe guy. Let's take that attack. See, if it's baited, just going for the attack. Nice and easy. Backstab this guy. Sorry, buddy. Take that guy out. Take this guy out, and then one more bag scale miner. And that's the sharpstone shards. Nice. Now we ended up basically on the opposite side of where we started. So we can roll down here, grab this unknown warrior soul, and now that that gate is open up above us, we just need to run back through where we came initially, which is nice and safe because we killed all the enemies, and proceed up to that gate. Let's heal up. Why not? So this is going to take us to the next major area of this level. Notice this guy right here, this little fire lizard. You're going to be careful of these guys. They have strong attacks and they can do a really quick dashed attack that can take off a ton of life, but they also have a sort of like a fire aura around them. So even being too close to them can actually get you damaged. I just picked up a meltstone shard. That's an upgrade material for when you want to downgrade an item. Say you have a sword that you created that it just didn't work out for you. You can actually use the meltstone to reduce it back down to its most basic form, so you can use it again to upgrade to whatever else you want. Grab some half moon grass. Now here we have a couple ways to go. To the right here is a room full of these flame lizards, and honestly, nothing in this room is worth the risk. I'm going to tell you right now, just skip it. Not worth it. We have a room here full of lava. Skip that for now too. So we're basically going to go up here towards these scale miners with these little red pokers. They're not actually super aggressive. They're pretty easy to take down. Now we have a fog door which we can go through here. We're going to actually want to go this way first. Honestly, most of these enemies right here, you can skip. If you want to kill everything, you can. There are a couple bag miners though, which are useful. The guy with the hammer, he's just a variation of the pickaxe guy. So we can pick up lots of sharp stones and hard stones. Lots of hard stones. More, actually that guy drops a gray stone, which is the material you need to upgrade things to crushing. Come outside here, we'll grab another unknown hero soul, and if we proceed over this direction, what we're going to do is hit this switch at the end of the path. And what that's going to do is, number one, unlock a shortcut to get back to where we are now in a much quicker way. But it's also going to unlock access to the blacksmith, who's down at the bottom of this sort of little hole. Let's go visit him. Mostly because the Crescent Scimitar, Crescent Falchion I'm using right now, I have enough upgrade materials to actually upgrade it one more level. So obviously he can repair stuff like a normal blacksmith. He doesn't sell anything, but I want to upgrade my Falchion because I've got enough gear. And there we go. All done. Before you take off from this room, make sure to take a quick pop outside. There's a body here with a renowned hero soul. And that's basically all for him. So now I'm going to ride back up to where I was. I'm going to ride it a little bit though, and get off slightly early because I want to grab the item that's right there. So just riding around. Hop off here. Grab this item. A clear stone shard. So if that's what you're into for upgrades, make sure you grab that. Ultimately, clear stone becomes, I'd say, fairly accessible. It's not one of those things that's going to be super rare. And it's an upgrade path that is pretty specific in that, like, unless you're going for that upgrade path, it's not going to be something that you really need all that often. So now with all this done, we're going to go through this fog door right here. Here I like to use another trick, go into photo mode, peek around a corner, and look at that. It's like a guy just kind of waiting there for you. Bait his attack, and take him out. There's a room full of a few more scale miners. None of them are really that much of a threat, except the pickaxe guy. Again, just bait his attack. And he's easy to deal with. There's an item over here to grab. Another hardstone shard, a large one, which is pretty nice. Now here we have two ways to go, although it looks like only one. Here's another area where if you run across fast enough, you can get to these. There's nothing literally useful on that side, so I never go for it. It's not really worth the risk. Now, if you come out of that tunnel and come this way, you'll see that, oh man, it's a ton of enemies. There's actually a couple guys who throw rocks. It looks like a pain. So, hidden behind these barrels right here is actually an alternative way where you can basically go around everything. See? Those guys. So there they are, just waiting for me, but you know what? I'm going to go this way and not even deal with them. Grab some of this crescent moon grass. Grab this unknown hero soul. Grab this steel shield, which I'm actually not going to use, but it's a good shield if you're focused on strength. And just proceed right past all those guys. No point in doing it. Now here we come up to a tower with more of these flaming lizards, and if we go the left path, we actually have to kill maybe 3 or 4 of them to get around. But if you actually go around the back path right here, you can totally just run right past them. It's amazing. Now coming to the bottom of this area right here is actually some more wolves. And there's a couple ways to proceed here. You can sort of make your way down and then just block an attack. But since I have a few soul remains left over from my run through 4-1, I'm actually just going to toss them over there. That didn't work out there too. Let's do this again. You can toss some soul remains over here. Let the wolves chase after them. And just sort of take them out at your own leisure. So they get still going after us. You didn't even see me run right by. Alright, so proceeding through here, we're going to go down this scaffolding. Take some time to grab this item. Half moon grass, not bad. Now that big room we saw full of lava before, we're going to get the opportunity now to drain that lava. First though, we're going to take out some of these guys because they're kind of a pain. They're going to aggro on you pretty quick, even if you're wearing like a thief ring or something like that. I guess like before, just beat that attack, and then when they're recovering, just make sure you go in and counterattack the bad guy. Unknown hero soul. This guy is going to drop me some. Oh, hello. Clear stone and sharp stone, not bad. And then use this mechanism right here. You're going to get a cutscene where you dump water into the room full of lava and make it clear for you to proceed through. So after you're done with that, just hop off this ledge. You'll find yourself back at where you entered this area. So we're going to come up here, run around again. Skipping that room of pointlessness. Don't even think about doing it. Come in here. This is where the lava was before. Before you go up those stairs, though, go around this back into this little cell and grab the poison resistance ring. That's going to be super helpful in a later level. You can pick up some of this stuff too. Sharpstone shards, half moon grass, 4 of them, not bad. And proceed up these stairs. Now we're getting close to the end of the level now. There's a tiny bit left to still do. At the bottom of this room, bottom of these stairs, is a room full of flammable barrels and a fat official. It can be kind of dangerous if you get caught in the blast, but I'm going to show you an easy way. This is what I always do. If you hide behind this pillar right there and rock onto him, he basically can't hit you with any attack, but you can just sort of pop out, hit him. Watch out for that one now. Get back and just keep doing that. If you're in a rush or you're doing a speed run, most of the time what you'll just do is you'll just run past him right through the fog door. But if you want to stay here and get the item that he drops, which is pretty important, that it's the official leggings, which is a second piece of the 4-piece set that you need to rescue that NPC later, you should take the time to kill. Before you keep going, grab the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, hidden behind this cart. Now let's go. Getting really close. As you come up to this area right here, watch out. There's a scale miner up here who's going to chuck a boulder on you and then jump down. A very good surprise. Take him out if you want, or you can honestly just run past that whole thing. And we're going to get to this elevator here. There's a couple items we can grab first before we proceed. Here's the elevator with the mechanism to go down. There's some spider stone shards here, which you can use to upgrade bows. And if you come up here too, there's going to be the Crisp Blade, which is an interesting weapon in that as a weapon it's not super good, but it has some secondary effects that make magic users much more powerful, depending on how you upgrade it. So we're going to take this elevator down to the next boss, which is the Armor Spider. But let's take a look first. I'm pretty sure there's some other gear or some other stuff that we can get before we go down. Particularly at the end of this tunnel right here. More Spider Stone. More Spider Stone chunk. Okay, so the Armor Spider boss is a lot of fun, I think. I'm going to fight it melee. But if you want to fight it ranged, it's not so bad. You basically just sit back and shoot arrows or spells and avoid a couple different attacks. There's a fireball attack and there's a spiderweb attack. And if you get hit by the spiderweb attack, the boss will always follow it up with a fireball, because when you're spiderwebbed, you move really slowly. You walk like this. You walk even slower than that, and it's hard to avoid. But I like to do melee because when you're up close with the boss, he only has a few moves that are pretty easy to avoid. But you know what? Let's go in there. He's going to start off immediately by shooting fireballs, more than likely. Let's take a look. Oh, that's because I'm wearing the seatbelt. Now that's the spiderweb attack. If you got hit, it would make you move really slow. And there's that fireball. There's also an attack he does where 3 super fast fire attacks. If you move to the side or roll, they're pretty easy to avoid. When you're up close, you'll do this 2-cross swipe. If you roll forward, you can actually roll through. But then here's a body slam. As long as you stay directly in front of the enemy like that, the body slam attack will hit you. You will go close. Now after you do enough damage up close, the boss will bust out another move, which I call the fireball. Basically, you fill this immediate area with sludge and ignites. The only really way to avoid this is just basically all the way back to where you came into the arena, let it burn off for a few seconds, disappear, and then you can process again. He usually follows this up with fireball. Maybe one more fireball. Probably one more left. Boss is done. You're gonna get a pure spider stone from beating the boss, as well as these, of the soul of the boss. Once you touch the art stone up here. But before I do that, let's grab some stuff. There's a renowned hero soul over here. There's actually an item over here tucked away in this corner. Some more spider stone. And then when I touch the art stone, I'm going to get a pure spider stone and the hard demon soul. And that is level 2-1 smithing ground.